So now let's do the chromatic mix. This is where I think that things really start to get interesting. What I'm doing here, let me play it for you. So we have this minor 5-finger scale, and we go up the chromatic scale here in the right hand. Basically what I'm doing, and you can apply this concept to other scales and other 5-finger scales and just, you know, two-handed exercises. I'm mixing two separate concepts together, right? So I'm mixing together a 5-finger scale in the left hand, C minor 5-finger scale, and in the right hand I'm playing the chromatic scale, right? Remember, the chromatic scale is just going up to, you know, just going up each note in order. Okay, so, and then I started at A flat. Why? Well, because I was the very next one up from G. Now, I could have gone anywhere. I could have gone up to C. Right? But for this exercise, what I have written out is this: C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, A, B flat, B, C, C sharp, and then I go back down. And then you can use these targets again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to target that E flat. So I'm going to go up the 5-finger scale and then go chromatically until I get to that E flat. And I'm going to try and go from that C up to there, up to that E flat as quickly as possible. So, Okay, and then I can do the opposite. And then try going up and then down. Right? So you can mess around with this exercise, and you can go as far up in the chromatic scale as you want. You could do the chromatic scale in your left hand and then do the 5-finger scale in your right hand. Like maybe go down to F. And, you know, go slowly. Now, the benefit of this exercise is, you know, of course, the fluidity and speed and your dexterity. But more importantly, what it is it's getting your brain to have to think about doing two separate exercises. So when you're doing a 5-finger exercise, it's easier for you to kind of check out. Your brain just kind of like, you know, not really be thinking about what you're doing, because both hands are doing exactly the same thing. Now, that's not a bad thing to practice that. Of course, it's, you know, one thing you want to practice, but if you always practice that, then when the left hand and right hand are doing something different, then the hands are going to be like, well, wait a second, I was used to my buddy over there doing exactly the same thing that, you know, I'm doing, right? So they get used to playing together in tandem like that. So you want to make it so that you change it up a bit. So the left hand does something and then the right hand does something a little bit different. You can go chromatic scale to chromatic scale. Start on C. You can see this is challenging. Of course, go slowly. Right now I'm playing it faster, just so you can hear what it sounds like faster, but if we slow it down. So you can come up with a lot of really neat patterns that, again, you can use in your improvisation. That's coming down chromatically. All right, so you can have a lot of fun with that, and I suggest you try the exercise as written. Okay. Do it as written, but then also change it around. First way I would change it is do the left hand chromatic and the right hand the 5-finger scale. From there, try going more chromatic in the right hand. So like go up and down as much as you want, because what you're trying to do is get used to like, ooh, once I get here, I'm going right into that left hand. Also try just doing one note in the right hand. Try going chromatic in that left hand. Just chromatic to chromatic. Okay. So when we come back, we're going to talk about some triads, and we're also going to get into that minor scale as well, and that will you'll have yet another thing that you can bring in and create some cool sounds. So see you in the next chapter.